you so angry? I don't get it. Why are you so rude? Your life can't be going good. It's the law of attraction. There is no way that you could be having a good life because you're over here screaming at the top of your lungs trying to get something done. And I got a question for you. Did it actually get done? I mean, seriously. Did the waiter that you're yelling at, did you actually get what you wanted? Or did you have nothing but other medical issues? Seriously, did you almost have a heart attack because you over here yelling at people that's making your food? That can't be right. You definitely don't understand how people work, because you can't get anything done by yelling at somebody. Not your children, not your mate, not people that is trying to do service for you. You can't get nothing done. Your life cannot be going very good because you over here yelling. I know you got to be sick in your body from doing that much, from having that much stress. You can't get nothing done like that. Why do you continuously want to scream at people? Especially the people that are doing service for you. That makes no sense. Why would you want to do that? Especially in the food industry. Why would you want to scream at a waiter or waitress or a cook or a cashier? Why would you want to bring that type of energy onto yourself? Because what happens is you doing all that screaming. They could do something to your food, spit in your drink. They could put their hand in their pants, wipe their crack with their hand, and touch your food without washing their hands. Why would you want to bring that type of energy back to yourself? It's the law of attraction. What you put out is what you're going to get. And I don't know if you actually believe that, but if you sit and take a look at your life, it's exactly how you created it to be, not nobody else. You gotta learn. You're gonna learn one of these days. And if you don't learn in this life, you will learn in the next life. That's not the way that you get stuff done. And I'm not saying be a doormat and let people walk all over you either. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a way to do things. And yelling at the top of your lungs is not the way to get it done. And I'm only telling you this because I love you. And you need to stop that mess, because it's hurting nobody but you. Because if you're doing it to one person, then that means you doing it to the next person. And the next person. And the next person. Your stress levels are way too high. And you need to stop that. It's you. It's not nobody else but you. You cannot get nothing done by yelling and screaming at people. It's not going to work. Just saying. Love you guys. See you on the beaches of the world. Let me just say this. Dodash, thank you so much. I don't know why God put your video on my feed, but I want to thank you. I have been up looking at your videos all night long, and it set a fire in me that I had lost. And I've been trying to get on YouTube for some years now, just renaming my channel, different things. I knew I wanted to be on YouTube, but I really didn't know how to put myself out there. I really didn't know what to do. I came across a lot of different, channels showing you different things that you can do. I'm a motivational person, so I really wanted to go in that way to do my channel, but I didn't really want to deal with the whole copyright thing, using other people's motivational speeches and all this other good stuff. And you lit a fire inside of me that God has put in me, and I lost it along the way. And I just want to thank you. I just wanted to put that out there, because this video that I'm doing right now is talking exactly about that. So, like I said, thank you. I see you have touched so many people. It's so many people who got on YouTube because they seen your video. And I want to piggyback off of what you said in your video. People, especially older people who have, I'm only 2 years older than you, right? We have been through some things, and the newer generation is in need of help. And our experience that we have gone through, the reason why we are still here, the reason why God woke us up this morning, is because somebody out there need our help. And I'm so happy, I'm so glad that you lit that fire back inside of me, because baby, these negative people out here is draining, and the devil will take that negativity and push you down further and further and further, and that is not who I am. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Thank you. Thank you, God, for putting DoDash video on my feed to wake me up. Thank you, DoDash. I feel like you're one of my best friends. Because you are so inspirational. And that is exactly my spirit. And, we're not going to touch everybody. I do know that. But for the people that we do touch, God is waiting for you to wake up. Because everything that you're going through, somebody else is going through, and they're having a harder time than you dealing with it. But because you're going through it and you can still wake up, that means that you're supposed to go out there and help the next one. And like you said, people need to get on YouTube. Each one teach one. Each one teach one. That means that not everybody is going to be able to learn from you, the teacher. But my brother over here can reach people that I can't reach. My sister over here have been through some things that she can be vulnerable enough to put herself out there and help the next one. And you don't even know who you're going to help. But the fact that you're willing to have the courage and willing to be vulnerable enough to help those people out there that's going through some stuff. Thank you. Me. I'm so proud of black people. My friend. Why you say that? Me. We've come a long way. My friend. You think black people have arrived? Me. Why you say that? Me. I mean, my friend. That's what you said. Me. I didn't say that. My friend. Yes, you did. You just said you thought black people arrived. Me. That's not what I said. I said I was proud of black people because we've come a long way. I didn't say nothing about black people have arrived. My other friend. You should not have said nothing. Me. Just because I say something positive or being proud, my other friend. You know, some people can't take statements like that. Me. What statements like that mean? It was a positive statement. And I said, my other friend don't even know why I even said that. She just went off on a tangent talking about she thought that I said that black people have arrived, and that's not what I said. I was driving through a community and I seen some beautiful homes, and I seen a lot of black people in the neighborhood. And I was just thinking to myself, there is no secret that black people have not really had stuff in this country, and they are coming up. Now, mind you, I love everybody. But I'm just calling it like I said. It is what it is. Black people haven't had stuff, especially homes, and you're seeing more now that we are able to, start to get nice homes to raise our family in. There's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying that. My other friend. You know what? You should just not say anything and, keep that to yourself. Me. I shut down. Because I just realized hurt people.
He's in it with me, working through me. He's fighting for me. God is not against me. He's in it with me, working through me, fighting for me. God is not against me.
So I titled this hurt people how to deal with difficult, negative people. Because some people don't realize that they are negative. But the one thing that I'm not gonna do is continue to dim my light because of negative people. I am positive. I always had a positive outlook on life. And whenever I come across people who are negative, ooh, the energy just makes you want to scream sometimes. My God. People don't realize how negative they are. And I've been surrounded around these people. And I just can't take it anymore. I have been shutting down ever since I've been around these people. Because they say, don't say that, don't do this. Come on, man. Don't nobody want to keep hearing that negativity. People, there is good things that happen to you and bad things that happen to you. Period. It's what you focus on is what you're going to get. What you focus on is what grows. Just because as soon as something negative happens to you, something positive is happening as well. You don't always have to focus on the negative thing that's happening to you. Oh, it drains your energy to be negative all the freaking time. People don't like me because I'm that happy-go-lucky girl. When you see me, I'm always smiling. I got this sunshine. I got this ray of light that just bursts through me. And I'm sick and tired of being around negative people who don't want nothing out of life, or they want something out of life and they just don't know how to get it because they've been beat down so much that they don't know how to see past the negativity. I'm not dimming my light no more for people who don't deserve my light. And I'm going to tell you this right now. My friends that said those things to me in the beginning of the video, if you are looking at this video, I pray to God that you allow this video to permeate through your spirit and get that devil off of you. Because negativity is the reason why you are sick. And I'm not being in that anymore. I'm not. Listen, bad things happen to you. Negative things happen to you all the time. But so does good things. And I'm not saying that you got to be happy-go-lucky all the time. I'm not saying that you got to be positive all the time. But I would rather live in positivity than to live in negativity. You got to get out of that. That's the reason why you are stuck right now. That's the reason why you are stuck. Because you continuously stay in the negativity of your life as if nothing positive happens to you. Stop it. Get a grip. My goodness. I will not dim my light anymore. And forever who sees this video, if you are surrounded around negative people, you just, some people that you just can't get out of your life because they are good people. They just life has been bad for them. And you have to pray them through that thing and still love them. Because even though some people are negative, they still some good people. So you just got to love them through that thing. But don't you ever let nobody dim your light because of their negativity. No more. It ends today. No more will I allow somebody's negativity to bring my light down. My light is too big for that. And I may have gotten down. But I tell you this one thing right here, I don't never stay down. Never will I stay down. And this right here, you know what? I am who I am. My brother called me a square. He was like, Shonda, you ain't built from the same cloth. You ain't in these streets. That's what he was talking about. I said, I done been in the military. I done had some things happen to me. You choose the streets if that's what you want. You chose it. The way that your life is going right now, you chose that. Give yourself a hand clap. You chose everything. How your life is going right now is solely based on the choices that you made and the actions that you took. It is time to start taking some responsibility for your own actions and stop putting that off on everybody else. I used to drive school buses, and them kids hated me, but they loved me so much. They didn't know what to do with me because I'll be up in there preaching. I'll be up in there preaching, and they say, Miss Shonda, you always be lecturing us. I said, yes, I do, because I want you to do better. There's so many people out here that's doing worse than you. Worse than you. And I done been homeless. Never been homeless just standing out on the street. I've never been that homeless. Thank God I had friends and family that actually loved me and cared enough about me to allow me to come and stay with them. So I've never been that homeless. But I have been homeless before. I done been through bankruptcy. I done been through foreclosure. I done been evicted. I done been through some things. But did I allow that negative event impact me? No. Why? Why don't you allow negative things impact you, Shonda? Because if you do not have the negative things in life, then you would not know the positive when it comes. Come on, somebody. You can't get up if you are not positive. You got to have a positive outlook on life. You have to. Because it just feels better. Come on, somebody. You woke up this morning. That's a positive thing. Don't keep letting negative events that happen to you in life steal your joy. Don't do that. And if you are in a place in your life where you just don't believe no more, all hope is gone, you negative to the nines, you keep that mess to yourself. Because all these other people out here that still believe, you dimming their light, and you need to stop it. But see, my light will never die until God takes me off of this earth. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. I want to tell you something. God is not against you. He's working with you, fighting for you. God is not against you. Somehow, some way, you got to find your light back. I'm going to let Chad tell you how to deal with negative people. Because some negative people you can't just let go. God got you in that spot for a reason. God got those people in your life for a reason. It's because of your light. And you are the only one that can help that person come into the light. Come into the light, Caroline. You're the only one. I believe that everything happens for a reason and a season. And if you have some negative people that's around you, God is using you. He's using you for a such moment as this. But no longer will I allow people, friends, family, whoever, dim my light. And if you are looking at this video and you are in the same exact place, then I'm telling you, stop letting people dim your light. You are in their life for a reason, because of your light. No, I will not stop talking about good stuff. I will not stop talking about positivity. I will be that square. I don't care. Just because I don't want to go out here committing crimes and all this other good stuff. No, I'm not going to do it. For what? So that I can keep looking over my shoulder? No, for what? What type of life is that? What type of life is that? I can ramble on. I want Chad to take you into how to deal with negative people. Thank you so much for listening to my rant. I am going to post a video that I listened to while I was making this video. And this video would have went totally somewhere else had I not listened to that video. But as soon as I started listening to it, it came across my feed as the next video that I should watch, and I'm over here delivering packages. And as soon as it came on, God is not against me. is working with me, fighting for me. God is not against me. The link is in the description below. You need to check it out. Let your light shine. We need you. Love you guys. Listen to my boy Chad.
Have you ever wondered why some people just seem difficult? Like no matter what, they project negativity, criticism, or anger. Well, it's often true that hurt people hurt people. Sometimes, people who carry pain end up spreading it to others. Thanks for that introduction, Shonda. You almost made me cry with how passionate you were with that message. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we are diving into a topic that affects all of us, dealing with difficult, negative people. And it's something many of us face, especially if we are on a journey of personal growth or faith. It can feel like these people are here to test our patience, but I believe there's a reason for every person who crosses our path. I want to remind you that God sometimes places people in our lives to teach us resilience and to remind us of His presence through the hard times. Even the difficult people in our lives have something to teach us. They remind us of patience, forgiveness, and strength. I once met someone who faced constant criticism at work. Nothing they did was ever good enough. But over time, they realized that their boss had gone through a lot of hardship himself and was projecting his own struggles. Instead of letting that hurt break them, they started looking at each critique with compassion and slowly, over time, transformed the dynamic in their workplace. Now, let's talk about how to handle negative, difficult people. It isn't easy, but here are some tips that may help you keep your peace and even bring out positivity in them. Tip number 1. Maintain boundaries. First, maintain clear boundaries. You don't need to be a doormat or take on their issues as your own. It's okay to step back. Let them know you're there, but keep your emotional boundaries intact. Tip number 2. Respond, don't react. Next, respond instead of reacting. Often, negative people are looking for a reaction. When you stay calm and choose not to engage with anger or frustration, you'll notice that their power over you fades. Remember, just as God has placed people in our lives, He's also placed us in theirs. And that means we have the opportunity to show them a different way, a way toward hope, kindness, and grace. It reminds me of a powerful message. God goes before you. Even when things seem tough, He's up to something upstream. The difficult people in your life might be there as a part of God's plan, not only to test you but to show them His love through you. When we see a problem, heaven has a plan. One person I know struggled with a family member who was always critical. But rather than harboring resentment, they decided to understand where that person was coming from. Over time, the critic became an ally. That person's hurt turned into healing because someone cared enough to try. So, if you're dealing with negativity, remember that this season can be different. Those who hurt you might eventually become people who help heal others. Believe that even when you can't see it, God is up to something, and He'll guide you through this. Alright, now we are going to dive into some questions from our section called People Always Asking, where I get asked questions all the time about dealing with negative people. Think of this as a little heart-to-heart with a friend. Let's jump in. How do you shut down a negative person? Sometimes, the best approach is to listen, but not engage. Just like if you're dealing with a storm, let it pass without adding fuel. A simple, "I understand," or changing the topic can be powerful. It lets them know you're not interested in going down that negative path with them. What causes a person to be negative all the time? A lot of negativity comes from unresolved pain, fear, or insecurity. Maybe they've been hurt or have gone through hard times that left them feeling helpless. It doesn't excuse the behavior, but understanding it can give us more compassion. How do you tell someone their negativity is draining? This one's tricky. I'd say approach it with kindness. Something like, "I really care about you, but sometimes I feel overwhelmed when our conversations focus on the negative. Can we try looking at the positive side too?" It's gentle but honest. How do I stop letting negative people affect me? One word: boundaries. Remember, you're not responsible for someone else's mood. Focus on keeping your own peace. Visualize yourself surrounded by calm and compassion, and remind yourself not to absorb someone else's negativity. What is the root cause of negativity? Negativity often comes from unmet needs, like a lack of support, understanding, or validation. It can also be a habit that develops over time. Sometimes, it's easier to see the world through a dark lens, especially if that's what someone's used to. But the good news? Those perspectives can change, and healing is always possible. I hope these answers give you a little more clarity, and next time, you'll be ready to handle those difficult situations with patience and grace. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this video brings you strength and inspires you to face challenges with faith and courage. Don't forget, God has this, and you're never alone on this journey. Let's be the strong and courageous version of ourselves, one day at a time. If this helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little extra encouragement today. Love you all. See you on the beaches of the world.
I've been down that road where shadows fall, seen broken hearts with walls so tall. They try to bring you down, pull you into the night, but I know there's a flame that burns so bright. Oh, hurt people, yeah, I know it's true. But God put a light in me, and He put it in you. So when the world turns dark and the voices roar, I'll stand in love, 'cause I'm stronger than the storm. There's a reason they feel all that pain inside, like these scars or wounds they try to hide. But I won't take their weight, won't carry that load, 'cause I know who holds me. I'm never alone. Oh, hurt people, yeah, I know it's true. But God put a light in me, and He put it in you. So when the world turns dark and the voices roar, I'll stand in love, 'cause I'm stronger than the storm. Yeah, I'll pray for the ones who don't understand. I'll lift them up, hold them in my hands. 'Cause when I see the struggle, I know there's a plan. God's making a way, yeah, He always can. Oh, hurt people, but they don't have to stay caught in that cycle, lost in the fray. So I'll keep shining love, let the Spirit transform. 'Cause with His love in me, I'm stronger than the storm. Yeah, I'm stronger than the storm. With God by my side, I can carry on.
Good morning, family. So I just wanted to come on here today to let you know how good God is. Do you know how good He is? I just got revelation in my spirit. Let me tell you what just happened. Me and my husband is having a conversation about me fasting, okay? And I was just telling him that I don't think fasting is going to be the best thing for me right now, because I've been feeling dizzy, and and honestly, I honestly feel like that that's just a way that the devil gets inside you. You know what I'm saying? And try to discourage you against doing something that you know is good. So I'm having a conversation with my husband. I'm telling him, I don't think I'm going to do fasting. I'm just going to go ahead and just start eating watermelon. So he says to me, well, that's probably going to be the best thing for you to do, And when you are married, or you in a relationship, even if you're not married, if you're in a relationship with someone and you don't have anything to fight over, like big stuff, like you cheated on me or you beating on me. When you don't have none of that stuff, you find little small things to knick-knack at each other, okay? And when you've been with each other long enough, you know how to get under somebody's skin, right? So we having this conversation, and he's telling me, you might be right. You know what I'm saying? Fasting is not good. My hand is like, he's like, fasting's not really that good. People have died from fasting. You could just fast for like 1 or 2 days or something like that. And so I say, fasting is not bad for you. Fasting is good for you. I'm making the argument that, the body is supposed to fast. We just don't fast long enough to reap the benefits of the fasting. And if you know anything about fasting, the body basically eats itself. The bad cells that are no longer there. If you fast long enough, your body goes into autophagy. So I'm knowing this stuff. So I say, well, Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And he's saying Jesus also turned water into wine. But we are not Jesus. Right? So I'm like, we start going back and forth talking about Jesus. And while we are not Jesus and we can't do the things that Jesus did. And I'm like, I know way too many people who have reversed diabetes, reverse high blood pressure, reverse high cholesterol, reverse heart disease, reverse some cancers from fasting. So I know that it works, and so we going back and forth about little small stuff. This is small stuff. This is what happened when you have nothing else to fuss about. Right? So I hurry up and hang up with him because I'm kind of frustrated at this point. A little bit perturbed, right? And then God put in my spirit, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to prove him wrong. I've never been the type of person that allows somebody to tell me what I can and cannot do. And that lit a fire in me to show him that not only can I do it, but I'm going to do it. So I'm making this video to you to let you know to not allow someone to tell you what you can and what you cannot do. God is way more stronger than any man can ever be. And he has that inside of you. Do it anyway. Show them that they're wrong. Show them that you ain't God either. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. So I was going to not fast. Okay? I was not going to fast because, like I said, I've been feeling dizzy for the last couple of days and I need to eat something. My problem is I'm eating the wrong things. And I'm supposed to only, the plan was that I was going to fast for 7 days this year. And after the 7th day, I was going to switch over to eating only watermelon until my birthday. Or really, I really said until I get down to my goal weight, which is 165 pounds. For my height, my max weight is supposed to be 170. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to eat watermelon until I get down to 165 pounds. So that was the plan. But you know what? Now that is the plan. I'm not going back. I don't care if I'm feeling mighty low. If I'm feeling mighty low, I'll eat some watermelon. Until then, I'm doing this 7-day fast. I don't care what nobody say. And if you are in a situation where somebody is trying to tell you what you can and can't do with your own self, prove them wrong. Just like I'm trying to get you to start your own YouTube channel so we can make this residual income so we can go on the beaches of the world. Right? And they telling you, you tell somebody that you're going to start you a YouTube channel and they telling you, oh, it ain't going to work. You ain't going to make no money. Let's prove them wrong. Let's prove them wrong. I don't know what you're going through right now in your life today where you have told somebody about a goal or a dream or something that you wanted to complete, that you wanted to do, and they start talking negative on it. Do it anyway. Prove them wrong. You got this. You got this. We got this. We gonna show them what the deal is. Okay? We gonna show them what the deal is. Don't let nobody take your joy. Not even your husband or your boyfriend or your wife or your girlfriend. Okay? Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. Prove them wrong. Show them what's up. So with that being said, hey, I'll see you guys at 165 pounds. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to me rant. I absolutely love my husband. And the one thing that I learned from all of this is that was God in that whole conversation. Trying to let me know that he has my back. He has my back. No matter what I decide to do, he has my back. And I believe that he put us through different things that we're working on to test us to see if we're really serious about it. You know? So that's what I got from that conversation. And that's what is making me feel a whole lot better about having that conversation. And now I can go on with my married life, go get in the shower so I can go get these deliveries done for Walmart Spark, baby. So with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me rant. Make sure you don't allow nobody to steal your dreams. 2025 is our year. I promise you, we will see each other on the beaches of the world. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me rant. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, share if you need to. Love you guys. See you on the beaches of the world and in the next video. Bye. Hey, welcome to another episode with Uplift and Thrive. This is going to be episode 5, and we are continuing the conversation. Okay, we're continuing the conversation about how to keep going when life gets tough. You guys know I'm not gonna hold you very long. I just wanted to say it's so many people that's still going through the pain of life. So many people. And the conversation need to be had. And so this is the reason why I have the podcast here, to continue on that conversation, so that you can know it's not just you that's going through it. And when you do go through it and you're able to make it through, the fact that you're able to even look at this video mean that you made it through another day. If you have looked at any of my videos on my channel, you absolutely know that I've done been through some stuff. I'm 44 years old. I've been through some stuff. I'm a veteran. I've been through some stuff. Bankruptcy, homelessness, foreclosure, you name it, I done been through some stuff. And during the time that I was going through heartache and pain, it didn't feel good. So I know that you feel like, I don't see a way through this. But I'm telling you that you will make it through. And it might not feel good right now, but the fact that you was able to get up this morning and open up your eyes is evidence enough to let you know that God is not done with you just yet. I just tried to make this video yesterday and my camera just completely cut out the sound, like there was no sound in the video. So but listen, I want to continue on the conversation. This is episode 5. I said episode 5. Which one is it? Is it 2 or is it 5? This is episode 5. Yeah, I will see you guys at the end of this podcast. Make sure you have your speakers turned on, and this is just a listening thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes while you're driving, while you are cleaning, whatever it is that you're doing, just listen in. Just listen in. I pulled a couple of resources together to create this podcast, and of course, you know, I'm using AI, but it's good. Okay, I listen to it myself, because listen, you're not the only one that's going through hard times, right? You're not the only one that's going through hard times. So for this channel, we get over ourselves. This channel, trust me, I'm looking at my own videos. So we cannot see each other on the beaches of the world if you give up now. Seriously. We cannot see each other on the beaches of the world if you give up now. And I am not ready for you to give up just yet. Because I want to see you. I want to be able to give you a hug. Because listen, I get it. I get it. I done been through it. I know it hurts. I know it do. But if I was with you right now, I would just give you a hug. I'm going through some stuff right now myself. So you ain't the only one. You're not the only one. We going through this thing together. And guess what? We getting out of it together. How about that? Just saying. Now, if you are the type of person, you already got your life all together, then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that's hurting right now. Okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and listen to this podcast. And I see y'all on the other side.
Welcome back, everyone. You've sent us quite a mix of sources this time. Sermons, motivational speeches, all kind of pointing toward this idea of resilience, right?
Yeah, it's all about bouncing back.
Bouncing back from challenges, yeah. So get ready, because we're diving deep into the worlds of Joyce Meyer, Ben Lionel Scott, and others to see what we can learn together about facing those tough times, you know?
Yeah, it's a really fascinating mix, isn't it? You know, we've got Meyer speaking from this place of deep personal faith and experience.
Yeah.
Scott's got these bold calls to action.
Right.
And then we even have these stories of like everyday people overcoming, you know, incredible obstacles.
Yeah, Meyer's sermon, I don't know about you, but I found it really powerful.
Yeah.
Especially those parts about her really difficult childhood and
For sure.
her experiences taking care of her aging parents.
Absolutely.
It really gives her words extra weight, don't you think?
Totally. Her journey, I think, really shows how even painful experiences, right, can shape our outlook and even sometimes reveal our purpose, right? Like forgiveness, leaning on faith, finding strength within.
Yeah.
These are some of the like key takeaways that she highlights, right?
She makes an interesting point, and I was curious to get your thoughts on this.
Sure.
About experience being more valuable than talent.
Right.
What do you think she means by that?
So I think what she's getting at is this idea that resilience, you know, it's often learned.
Okay.
It's not something we're born with. It's actually through facing challenges and like learning from our mistakes, you know, that we build the skills and wisdom to handle whatever comes next, right?
Yeah.
Talent can like give you a head start, but experience is what truly equips you to navigate the unexpected.
That makes sense. Like, think about, you know, someone learning a new skill. The more they practice and make mistakes, the better they become.
Absolutely.
So do you think that applies to overcoming adversity too?
100%. Just like learning any skill.
Okay.
Resilience is built through facing challenges head on, right? And figuring out what works.
Yeah, in that Rockin' with Shonda video, there's a story about this man named John who was battling depression.
Yeah,
and
battling depression.
Yeah, he started by making his bed each morning. And that, like, one small action, right?
Wow.
Helped him regain a sense of control and eventually overcome his depression.
What can we learn from that?
What can we learn from that? Yeah, what do you think?
You know, John's story, I think, really shows the power of small steps and habit formation, right? You know, we often get overwhelmed, I think, when we think about the, like, enormity of a problem, right?
The big picture.
The big picture. But starting with one small, achievable action.
Right. Okay.
That can build momentum and lead to, like, significant change.
Yeah, so instead of trying to tackle everything at once, right?
Right.
We should break down challenges into smaller steps.
Yeah.
It's like the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Absolutely. Love that.
Right.
And each small step forward, I think, reinforces a sense of accomplishment, which in turn fuels the motivation to keep going.
This reminds me of what Meyer said about Thomas Edison and like his relentless pursuit of inventing the light bulb.
Yes.
She believes that having a clear why, like a purpose,
Your why.
is crucial, like for overcoming adversity.
Yeah, finding your why. Finding your why is incredibly powerful.
But how do you actually discover your why?
Right.
It's not like it's just sitting there waiting to be found, is it?
Well, it can take some introspection.
Okay.
Sometimes it emerges from our passions.
Yeah.
Sometimes from our values, sometimes from the challenges we've already overcome.
Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about Ben Lionel Scott.
Okay, let's do it.
His approach seems so different from Meyer's, right?
Yeah, he's got a different style.
He uses such strong language and metaphors,
Okay.
like developing dog
Right.
and turning pain into purpose.
Right.
Like, what's that all about?
I think Scott's message, right, it's all about tapping into this primal, instinctual drive to survive and thrive. He wants to, ignite a fire within you.
Okay.
That dog
Yeah.
that refuses to give up, right? And I think he's drawing on these, psychological concepts, like resilience, grit, growth mindset.
Okay.
But he presents them in this way that, resonates on a really visceral level, I think.
He said something that really stuck with me, and it was, life is going to blow some serious blows,
Ooh.
but I want you to feel that pain going through your body.
Yeah.
Pain has a purpose. Don't go through it. Grow through it.
Mm.
What'd you make of that?
He's saying, right, that instead of avoiding or numbing ourselves to pain, we can use it as fuel for growth.
Oh, interesting.
He challenges us to reframe our relationship with discomfort, right?
Okay.
To see it as a sign that we're pushing our limits.
Yeah.
And expanding our capacity for resilience.
So he's saying it's not about not feeling the pain.
Right.
It's about using it as fuel.
Exactly.
That's a really interesting way to look at things.
Yeah, it's about acknowledging those tough emotions, right? But not letting them control us.
Okay.
Scott believes we can harness that energy and redirect it towards positive change.
He also talked about support systems.
Yes.
And he told a story about Emily who found strength by reaching out to a friend during a really tough time. And it seems like
Pretty tough time.
Yeah, it seems like both Meyer and Scott agree that we don't have to go it alone.
Absolutely. They both acknowledge that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness.
I like that.
Right, having a strong support system,
Yeah.
whether it's friends, family, mentors, professionals,
Yeah.
can make a huge difference in our ability to overcome challenges.
It makes me think of that saying, a burden shared is a burden halved.
Right.
Sometimes just having someone to listen
Yeah.
and offer a different perspective can make all the difference.
Oh, totally. It can help us see things more clearly, challenge our negative thoughts, and remind us of our strengths. It's like having a co-pilot to help navigate through stormy weather,
Okay, so we've heard from two very different voices on resilience, but their messages seem to overlap quite a bit.
Yeah.
They both emphasize the importance of mindset.
Yeah, mindset is huge.
Right, of choosing how we respond to challenges.
It's a key takeaway, right?
Yeah.
They both suggest that while we can't always control what happens to us,
Yeah.
we can control how we react.
Right.
And that choice, that mindset shift, can be incredibly powerful.
Meyer talked about the importance of contentment, even in difficult circumstances.
Right.
She said something like, if we love God and we trust Him, there is no painful, unjust thing that can happen to us that God won't somehow work out for our good.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Her faith is clearly a major source of her resilience, right?
Yeah.
But even for those who don't share her beliefs,
Right.
there's a valuable lesson there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Finding something to trust in, whether it's a higher power, the universe, or even just the process of life, can provide a sense of peace and grounding amidst chaos,
And Scott, he talked about the importance of action even when we're feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, take action.
And he had this great line.
Let's hear it.
When you find out what your why is, you don't hit snooze no more.
Love it.
Right.
He's all about turning intention into action.
Yeah.
Having that clear purpose helps us overcome inertia and take those first steps even when it's hard.
Both speakers also stressed the power of forgiveness.
Yes.
Meyer even said that she learned to forgive those who hurt her deeply.
Wow.
That I can't imagine that can't be easy,
I know. Yeah, forgiveness is often misunderstood, right?
Yeah. What do you mean?
It's not about like condoning someone's actions,
Okay.
but about freeing ourselves from the weight of anger and resentment. It's a powerful act of self-care and a way to like reclaim our own emotional well-being.
Scott also talked about reframing challenges.
Yes, love that.
He said something like, when things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Take that issue, take that setback, and turn it into something good.
Reframe it.
Yeah.
He's a big advocate for like turning setbacks into opportunities.
Yeah.
He believes that even in the face of adversity, we can find valuable lessons, develop new skills, and ultimately emerge stronger and more capable.
It's like the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly.
But how do we actually put that into practice? How do we shift from feeling defeated to seeing a setback as a stepping stone?
It's a process, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
One approach, I think, is to like focus on learning from the experience.
Okay.
What can you take away from this challenge?
Yeah.
What did you do well?
Yeah.
And what could you do differently next time?
Meyer shared this story about Joseph in the Bible. Even though he was like unjustly imprisoned,
Wow.
he never gave up hope.
Powerful.
She really emphasized the importance of like holding on to faith, even in those like midnight hours when things seem darkest.
When things seem darkest, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that even in the midst of suffering, right, we can choose to hold on to hope.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean denying the pain
Yeah.
or pretending everything's fine, but it's about cultivating an inner strength that allows us to keep going, even when we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
And Scott, of course, uses his dog metaphor, right? That relentless drive to keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Even when it's tough.
Absolutely.
He talked about how he just kept pushing through even when things got like harder and harder.
Yeah, he believes we all have that inner strength, right? That dog within us waiting to be unleashed. It's about tapping into that resilience and refusing to let challenges define us.
He also said something interesting about embracing the process,
Oh, yeah.
even when it's uncomfortable.
Tell me more.
He actually said, and I wrote this down, if it hurts, welcome to the big leagues. If you feel like you're under heat, praise God.
Wow. He's reminding us that growth and transformation often come with discomfort.
Right.
In those moments when we like push ourselves beyond our comfort zone, right? That we truly discover our capabilities and build resilience.
It's kind of like working out, right?
Yeah,
You have to push through the burn to get stronger.
exactly. And just like with physical fitness, building resilience requires effort and consistency. It's about showing up for ourselves, even when we don't feel like it,
Right.
and trusting that the effort will pay off over time.
So far, we've talked about mindset, forgiveness, purpose, action, perseverance, embracing discomfort.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But what does this all mean for our listener?
What does it all mean? Well,
Yeah.
I think it means that we all have this incredible capacity for resilience.
Okay.
We have the power within us, right?
Yeah.
To face challenges, learn from our experiences, and emerge,
Come out stronger.
stronger on the other side.
It's not about being perfect or
Yeah.
never making mistakes.
Yeah.
It's about having the tools and the mindset to bounce back,
To bounce
to
it.
keep moving forward,
Yeah.
even when things get tough.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember
that.
that we don't have to do it alone.
Yeah, that's huge.
Right, we can lean on our support system.
Our-
Yeah, draw inspiration from those who have overcome adversity and find strength in whatever, gives us a sense of purpose and meaning.
I love that
Yeah.
that Rockin' with Shonda video included stories about everyday people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Overcoming obstacles.
Real people.
Yeah. Like Emily, who found the courage to reach out to a friend
Yes.
when she felt isolated.
It's a great reminder that we all face challenges, right? Asking for help, it's a sign of strength, not weakness.
Totally.
Connecting with others can provide like a lifeline when we feel like we're drowning.
And then there's the story of David, the entrepreneur
Oh, right.
who went bankrupt
Oh, wow.
but managed to rebuild his life.
Yeah, it shows that even when we experience what feels like, a catastrophic failure,
Right.
it's not the end of the story.
It's not over.
We can always find a new path forward.
Yeah, David's story, what an example of grit and determination.
He didn't let failure define him.
He didn't.
Instead, he used it as a learning experience and found a way to, rise above the ashes.
Those stories, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but they make these concepts of resilience and grit feel so much more real.
Yeah, yeah,
So much more attainable.
absolutely.
The-
They remind us that we're not alone in our struggles, right? And those struggles, those moments when we feel like giving up,
Yeah.
those are the moments that can like forge our character
Okay.
and lead to incredible growth.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you hope our listener will carry with them?
I hope they remember that adversity is a part of life,
It's gonna happen.
but it doesn't have to define us.
Okay. Yeah.
We can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth and use the tools we've discussed.
The tools you've talked about. Yeah.
Cultivate resilience, find our inner strength, and build a life filled with meaning and purpose.
That's a powerful message. We've explored inspiring stories,
Many.
practical advice,
Yeah.
and a call to look inward. What resonated most with you?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And how will you apply these insights to your own journey? As you face your own unique challenges, just remember, this adversity is inevitable,
It's gonna happen.
but defeat is a choice. You have the power within you
We do.
to overcome obstacles and create a life that is both fulfilling
Yes.
and resilient.
Yeah.
It means that we all have this incredible capacity for resilience, right? We have the power within us to face challenges and learn from our experiences and, come out stronger on the other side.
It's not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about having the tools and the mindset to bounce back.
Yeah, to bounce back.
Moving forward even when things get tough.
And it's important to remember that we don't have to do it alone.
Alone.
We can lean on our support systems, draw inspiration from those who've overcome adversity and find strength in whatever gives us a sense of purpose and meaning.
I love that Rockin' with Shonda included stories about everyday people overcoming obstacles.
Oh yeah, those were great.
Like Emily, who found the courage to reach out to a friend when she felt isolated.
Yeah, it's a great reminder that we all face challenges, right? And asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness.
For sure.
Connecting with others can provide like a lifeline when we feel like we're drowning,
And then there's the story of David, the entrepreneur, who went bankrupt but managed to rebuild his life.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
It shows that even when we experience what feels like a catastrophic failure, it's not the end of the story.
You can always come back.
We can always find a new path forward.
David's story is such a powerful example of grit and determination. He didn't let failure define him.
He didn't.
He used it as a learning experience and found a way to rise above the ashes.
Those stories make these concepts of resilience and grit feel so much more real and so much more attainable.
Absolutely. They remind us that we're not alone in our struggles.
Yeah.
And those struggles, those moments when we feel like giving up, those are the moments that can forge our character and lead to incredible growth.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you hope our listeners will carry with them?
I want them to remember that adversity is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define us.
Okay.
We can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth and use the tools we've discussed to cultivate resilience, find our inner strength, and build a life filled with meaning and purpose.
That's a powerful message to end on. We've explored inspiring stories, practical advice, and a call to look inward.
We covered a lot.
We did. What resonated most with you? And how will you apply these insights to your own journey?
As you face your own unique challenges, just remember, adversity is inevitable, but defeat is a choice. You have the power within you to